Woo! What a game. What a game. Doesn't change the title that Sam Darnold plays like trash a majority of the time. Some are going to say Smitty changed the title. Some are going to say Smitty Darnold redeemed himself. I don't think so. I think anybody that had Darnold tonight was like, this guy is turning back into a pumpkin. But JSN said he's going to explode. JSN said, I'm going to be the guy to help defend against the Puka Nacua drafters. Now, Puka Nacua had a day. Those that have Puka Nacua are in the driver's seat. But JSN said, I will not let my owners go into the dark night, into the abyss, without a glimmer of hope. This was quite an ending. Let's break it all down. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Graveyard stream.
Graveyard stream it is. Let's put this game on screen and break it down. What an ending. What a fantastic ending. Puka Nacua went absolutely nuclear in this game. Let me put the score at the top of the screen. Let me put this box score Bobby right on screen for everybody. Let me screen grab this real quickly. What a fantastic finish. What a fantastic finish. Going for two, executing on that play. Rams completely folded at the end of that game. And Seattle had no answer for Puka. They just kept feeding him over and over and over. It's like the most obvious thing in the whole wide world. And it's frustrating if you don't own them and you absolutely love it if you own them. But they just couldn't stop this play over and over. Puka Nacua is constantly open. And, wow. Okay, let me put this box score up. Let's break down this game. What a fantastic game. Stafford, 457 and 3 touchdowns. Remember all the do I play Stafford this week comments? TM42, are we feeling pretty good about that Stafford call? You coming in earlier in the stream and saying, Smitty, should I start Stafford? Should I sit Stafford? And we said, what in the hell are you thinking? 457 and 3. Kyren Williams, 70 yards. Did what he could on the ground. Commanded the majority of the backfield. We got a lot of worried Williams and petrified Peters continuing to say this is a split backfield. He got 23 carries. There's no split backfield when you're getting 23 carries. That's what you call a team running so much they need other running backs. So Kyren didn't get any touchdowns, was very close to scoring on a couple different occasions, 3 for 15. Puka Nacua, 12 receptions, 225 and 2 touchdowns. May have single-handedly won weeks this week. Single-handedly won weeks this week. Kenneth Walker, 100 on 11 carries, 9.1 a rip. 1 TD rushing. Kenneth Walker, 3 for 64 receiving. JSN had almost nothing going into the first half. Essentially, when was his first catch? Was it in the third quarter or was it in the second? 8 catches for 96 yards in that touchdown that put this team in a position to go for 2 and win. A.J. Barner, 4 for 49 and a touch. The guy who disappeared on us was Colby Parkinson, 2 for 21, was a very logical play on paper. Nobody should be saying, I knew it. You didn't know it or you would have done it. Zach Charbonnet, 32 yards and a touchdown. Walker clearly outplayed him in this game, but they still go to Zach Charbonnet for those goal line looks and anything inside the 10-yard line. They usually run Charbonnet, but you wonder if that could change walking into the coming weeks. Cooper Kupp had a costly fumble, but 3 for 39, had a key catch in this one. Everybody played their part going down the stretch in that final drive because Kupp had to make a big play. JSN obviously made the big play. Everyone was doing what they needed to do. Everybody did what they had to do. And even Darnold stepped up in that moment and did what he had to do. So Darnold, hats off to Darnold, despite being called trash on my thumbnail, and truly still is somebody that you cannot trust. This organization, if they fall short because Darnold turns into a pumpkin at any given moment, and he certainly will in the playoffs, there's no way Sam Darnold can win 3-4 straight games at one moment against the fiercest competition in the highest stakes in the biggest spotlights. He will crumble. At least one of those games he will crumble. There's almost a near zero chance Sam Darnold can do it if the game is on the line If the defense steps up and wins a game, so be it. They could win a playoff game, I suppose. Yeah, sure. But Darnold is not the guy, even though he just had a clutch finish there. You can't sit here and say Darnold is a great quarterback. He's not. But what a day. JSN, what a catch. What a catch. What a touchdown score in that one. Puka Nacua, 2 touchdowns, 200 yards. Unbelievable. It felt so obvious, too. Every time Puka caught the ball, it's like, what's this defense doing? You know it's going to Puka. There's no freaking Adams on the field. They're not throwing it to Parkinson. What are we doing here? How's Puka open over and over and over? Now, if you had him, you don't have those questions. You're just celebrating. And for good reason. Unbelievable day. Now, my Best Ball Mania team, BBQ dropping a $100 super chat here, says JSN mission accomplished. Puka beast mode engaged. He is him. Let's play the video for Puka Nacua. We should have it here somewhere. Let me see if I can find the Puka Nacua video. I have so many videos now. It's so hard for me to find them. I believe it's around here. Where the hell is it? Puka Nacua, where are you? Where are you, kind sir? I have no idea where my video... Here it is. Here it is.
Through sheer science and intense aerodynamic study, the mullet of Puka Nacua has been reconstructed inside the Fantasy Football Show studios. This systematic balance of hair volume, mixed with both Quantum Atom fiber technology and L'Oreal shampoo and conditioner, creates a floating mechanism to which the world has never seen. Patent pending. To see this prototype in action, see Puka on Sundays as he floats around the field.
And then we have another video, another Puka Nacua video somewhere. Let me see if I can find this one. This one might be a little harder to find. Give me a second. We're digging deep on some of these. I think this is it.
Breaking news, Carson Steele released from captivity after Lionheart sightings continued. Even while Steele was detained, they had the wrong man. Puka Nacua appears to be the Lionheart.
I am him.
When times get tough, they call on a beast. That beast rises up and starts to feast. Puka Nacua will sharpen and do his part, because he the beast is the Lionheart. He is the Lionheart. He is the Lionheart. He is the Lionheart.
Puka Nacua is the Lionheart for sure. BBQ, thank you for dropping the $100 hauler, my good friend. Everybody drop your total that you have right now, or what place you're in, or what you need to happen, or how you're just feeling right now, depending on how that game triggered your emotions. BBQ, thank you for dropping that. BBQ, did you win a game because of that touchdown? I hope you did. Smitty, full PPR, flex, Watson, Carter, JJ, Estime, facing a monster team this week, probably not making it out of this week. Then let's swing for the big bucks. We're going JJ. We're going JJ. He's the biggest name here, and you just got to hope that he shows up. And I do believe in one of the next 3 games, JJ will provide a JJ game. Thank you for that $20 hauler.
Super chat alert.
Thank you for the $20 hauler, my boy. Man, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I was feeling pretty low, like some of you, going up against Puka in a certain team that you needed to do well with. And the team that I was most needing a big step up and JSN to deliver, I'm facing Puka, and this is in my Best Ball Mania team that I have that is still in the mix right now. And the fact that I had JSN and the guy in first place had Puka is just fitting. You know, it's just the way that simulation we live in feels. Let me see if I can find my team right here. I think this is the one that I have. Yeah, this is it. Where I've got Burrow, Bijan, RJ Harvey, Brian Robinson Jr., Zach Charbonnet, who played decently tonight, JSN, who ended up playing really, really well. He had about 20 points. and then I lost Luther Burden. So I'm counting on Kyle Williams. Travis, is Kyle Williams going to play? Or Yoshivas? Is Yoshivas going to step up to go with JSN and Michael Wilson? Pitts, McBride, Harold Fannin. This is a good squad. But going up against Puka Nacua, I was literally, feeling pretty bummed and down. And while Puka Nacua did score a whopping 40.5 points in this particular Best Ball Mania format, I got a good 20 out of JSN. So it's not like it's something I can't recover from. If JSN didn't do anything and I had my best wide receiver drop a nothing burger, I would have been in some extreme pain. So this is a good little turnaround. I was feeling better with that touchdown, I'll tell you that. At least I can smile right now. We got a $20 hauler from 540.
Alert. Super chat alert.
540, appreciate your super chat here. Great game. Do you think Jettas can match JSN? It's always possible. And if you're needing a swing like the other super chatter, you've got to take JSN. It's sickening to think I had K9 on the bench. You couldn't have really known that. But, yeah, it depends on who you put in instead. If it was JSN, you can't beat yourself up over, or if it was JSN or JJ, you can't beat yourself up over that. K9 has been splitting time. It's been Charbonnet that's getting all the touchdowns. Charbonnet did get the touchdown that Kenneth Walker earned in the beginning of the game, and then Kenneth Walker said, "I'll just do it myself." So need Fairbairn to have a chance. Fairbairn's pretty good, bro. Fairbairn can do it. Going up against the number 1 seed has Buka in his pocket. Wish me luck. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, the $20 hauler. Very much appreciate you, my boy. JSC, appreciate your $20 hauler as well. $20 haulers get immediate attention. Immediate.
Alert. Super chat alert.
All right, what's this? What's my boy saying here? Half PPR, 11-3, and in the semis had to pick two Ford players. What the hell does that mean? My options are Marion Hampton, Pollard, Jacoby Myers, and Monungai. I would probably say with this situation, I'm gonna go if Swift is limited or doesn't play, Monungai's a smash. If Swift ends up playing, I think it's gonna be Hampton and Pollard based on what they've been doing. Myers isn't bad. I don't mind Myers. If you want to go Hampton and Myers, that's fine. Hampton and Pollard. If Swift doesn't play, you've got a really good shot at having a monster. So you're gonna have to monitor that, but I think Pollard would probably be the safe play. At that point, got Stafford, Puka, and JSN for a total of 116. Rock out. Nice job, bro. Congratulations on advancing to the next round on that one. JSN and Mevis, a.k.a. Beavis, got 36 Stafford for Brissett. Sat Stafford for Brissett. I tried to tell you guys, bro. I mean, just get it done. I told you, you don't sit the number 2 quarterback in fantasy in Matthew Stafford. Now, Brissett was higher, maybe a tad safer because Adams wasn't there and it's Seattle. But, you got to pick between the guy that's continuing to do it or, Brissett, who has been continuing to do it too. I mean, he's been top 5 QB since he's starting. But I just think, Stafford's number 2 for a reason, man. But, hey, you still got a chance. Brissett could go out there and match him. So don't feel too bad about it. I mean, you might actually get the same exact number of points. You never know. Half PPR, start Ladd or Waddle. I'm probably going to go Ladd for high risk, high reward. Waddle a little bit more steady. Although quarterback change, maybe he doesn't do a single thing. Look at Rivers and Warren, Rivers and all the receivers. Now, Rivers is a little bit different case because he just started playing ball. But, I mean, I don't know. Puka just showing up all his haters today. Love it. Yeah, there was a lot of drama around Puka Nacua and what he said and what he did. Some of it I agree with and some of it I don't. Some of it he didn't know some of what he was doing when I'm not going to get into the details of it and just cause a whole bunch of craziness in the chat. But some of it, Puka wasn't aware of what he was doing. The second part where he's telling you that the refs make these calls so they can brag to their friends on the phone was just not the right decision when you go into a game and you need the refs to be on your side or call fairly. So, but Puka delivered. He stepped up. Unbelievable day. Showing up his haters is 100% correct. This one here from Ryan. Ryan, appreciate you. I was scared to say it, but now I don't care. In week 6, I traded Achane, Adunze, MHJ for Chase Brown and Nacua. And before you ask, Gibbs is my running back 1. I don't think you should be holding back that info. I mean, look, Puka's unbelievable. Playing 4 in the chip. Help start 1 QB. JJ McCarthy. Not JJ. Don't put JJ for JJ McCarthy. That's very disrespectful to JJ. JJ McCarthy, K9. Dart, Purdy. I think Purdy's your safe play. 2 running backs, Saquon, Hendy, Harvey, Monangai. Let's go with Saquon and Hendy. Hopefully we can come back and start Harvey too. Monangai. 2 wide receivers, Amon-Ra and Puka, and your 1 flex. There you go. So start all 3 of the running backs. Now, if Swift sits out, I might put Monangai in for which one of Saquon, Hendy, Harvey. I think that's one we have to address later. I don't want to go 4 levels in with the news and things shifting and then lock into something that's 2 layers deep. Loveland or Warren. I think I go Loveland with the down wide receivers in Chicago, but I do like both of them about the same. McLaughlin. I go with whatever kicker's scoring more in your format the last 3 weeks. If you look at the last 3 or 4 weeks only, so probably going to be McLaughlin. I think Denver D or Vikings. Denver, appreciate you. James with the $5 hauler. Need help bad. Smitty faced Walker, and I started Colby Parkinson. Pick 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Chase, JJ, Wandell, DJ Moore. I go DJ Moore and Chase as my 2 wide receivers with all the down wide receivers in Chicago. Make sure DJ Moore is going to go. And then we're going with, your running backs. Oh, no, ETN. You just listed your running backs out of order. I don't know why you're disrespecting ETN like that, putting Aaron Jones first. I don't care. This is an alphabetical order game, my boy. Put ETN where he deserves to be put. Otherwise, I'm looking at this thing like a blender. I don't know what I'm judging. It's like walking into a house where you haven't cleaned up anything. There's weeds all over the yard, and you're trying to sell it. Like, pick up the place a little bit, my boy. ETN and Hall are your 2 RBs. Chase and DJ Moore, and I probably go JJ over Wandell. If I need a swing, I go Wandell if I need safety. There's no other way to really answer that question, but those are easy calls other than that one high-risk, high-reward play that you're going to need to make for yourself. Pick 3, Pickens, J-Mo. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, James. Pickens, J-Mo, Igbuka, Lad. I'm going to go Pickens, J-Mo, Igbuka. Easiest question I've had all day. Doesn't mean I don't love Lad, but that's not a question. Last league in the playoffs, thank you for the super chat. Last league in the playoffs where I asked you about starting Purdy or Nix, Warren or Schultz. Had Puka and JSN deliver 70 points. Thoughts on who to start. Wow. With that, I almost say go Purdy because of the safety, the lead you've got. You know what I mean? And then at tight end, I'd probably go Warren. You know, maybe you take your risk there if you want to call that a risk at all. You could take your risk in Warren and maybe go Purdy for safety. I can't imagine Purdy has like a bad game. It feels like the Niners are going to probably run away with this contest. It also is on Monday night, Spotlight. Now, Rivers could like put up a fight, and would it be crazy if the Colts won or something? No, but I don't know. I just think Purdy will probably have a good day. Bo Nix probably has a solid day as well at home in Denver. Chat, are we going Bo Nix or are we going to go Brock Purdy if he's got 70 points with his team so far and kind of could benefit from like a safe call instead of starting, let's say, Bo and he has one of those 0 TD games or something like that. Probably going to go Brock Purdy myself with that matchup, but damn, that's a tough call. And you're not wrong to go either way. One flex. Thank you, BBQ. Appreciate you, bro. Especially for that $100 wad you just dropped. And I don't think I hit the button.
Smitty. Everybody's pretty.
Man, I wouldn't be in I wouldn't be in a good mood at all if JSN didn't bounce back. I have so many JSN shares in my best ball teams. I was literally walking. I set up the live stream. Some of you say, where's Smitty? I never start the live stream until the game's over. So for everybody that continues to say, where's Smitty? Why isn't Smitty here? Smitty's late. I'm not late. In fact, I'm going to put you in timeout. You say that. I'm literally waiting for the game to end. I'm not going to go live during the game. But I was going to come in here and say, what a downer, depressing day. I was going to be in a bad mood. JSN wasn't doing what he needed to do. I had JSN in almost every single one of my best ball teams that I have left that's in the semis. and JSN stepping up. Now, I did face Puka in the Best Bowl Mania, so I'm a little down about that. But that doesn't mean I can't finish second in that grouping. I think it's like $1,000 if you win second place in this semifinals out of the 16 teams that you're currently matched up with, because you're matched up with 16 people in this next semifinal round. So I have a 1 in 16 chance of advancing to the finals, and I have a 1 in and I forget how many other teams I have, but I have JSN in a lot of them. So I'm not facing Puka in all those. I don't think. I haven't really looked at it all, but very excited about JSN. That really lifted my spirits. I'm sure some of you as well. Like I think BBQ and I are in the same exact state of how we felt. We're like bummed, and then JSN. 1 flex, Marks, Diggs, estimate, Coker, Goddard. I probably go Goddard. I just think he's safest for a touchdown. If you want a high risk, high reward play, go with Diggs because he's playing for money. But I think I'd probably lean Goddard myself if I had to make that call right now. Down 33 points makes Puka versus Zay an easy call now. Yeah, you have to go Puka. You have to swing for Puka to bounce back. Bo Nix or Lamar. I'm going Lamar. There's no way I'm sitting Lamar Jackson capable of 40 points. I'm just not doing it. And then this last super chat to catch us up. I get 2 more. Start which 2? Puka, Evans, DJ. I assume that's DJ Moore, Jennings, Worthy. Worthy's tempting because Rice is probably not going to play. But I think I go Puka and Evans or Puka and DJ Moore. If you don't want to put all your eggs in the Tampa Bay basket, which is understandable, and you want to go Evans and DJ Moore, I'm fine with that. If you want to go Puka and DJ Moore, I'm fine with that. You want to hedge your bets and go, I believe Tampa will have a day against Carolina. Then you could hedge a little bit, go Puka and Evans, and even if Evans has 150 and no touchdowns, Puka could have 90 and a touchdown. DJ Moore is a nice play, but you have to also wonder if the Chicago Bears kind of get neutralized in the pass and they run. Hard to say. What does Caleb look like with his wide receivers down? 2 of his 3 wide receivers down, and DJ Moore has been banged up, but he's also a really good play. Chat, can we vote on this? Can we vote Puka, Evans, DJ Moore, Jennings, Worthy, pick 2? Puka, Evans, DJ Moore, Jennings, Worthy, pick 2. Pick 2. Let's roll. Let's see what you guys vote. I need 2 of them. I need at least 10 votes from you guys. I need 2 players. Puka, Evans, DJ Moore, Jennings, Worthy. Evans and Jennings. Evans and Puka. Evans and Jennings. Evans and Moore. Evans and Jennings. A lot of Evans and Jennings. Wow. Jennings, and Evans. Wow. Jennings is getting a lot of votes. DJ Moore and Evans. Puka and Jennings. Evans and Pickens. No, that's not the thing we're talking about here, bro. Puka Jennings. Wow, Jennings is getting a lot of votes. I probably go with Puka and Evans personally, but that's me. You got to trust your gut, man. As you can see, the whole chat is torn. My gut tells me to hedge on Tampa doing well, but Tampa's been a mess. So if you don't want to mess with that, you could go DJ Moore and Jennings and avoid Tampa altogether if you wanted. Wouldn't be crazy, but I think Mike Evans should be locked in. If you're not trusting starting both Bucks, I would pick Evans, but I personally can't sit Puka. Hey, Smitty, should I start DJ Moore or Judkins? DJ Moore, assuming he's good to go, he'll be the sole provider of the receiving game. So Bo Nix, Love, or Caleb, I'm going to go Bo Nix. He just dropped a 4 TD game. Pick 2, full PPR, Chase Brown, ETN, Hendy, CMC, running back 1. Pick 2, so I assume not of CMC. Are you just trying to say that in the middle of this? And you have a period there, so I think CMC is not involved. So you're picking 2. Obviously, you would go CMC if 1, but I think you need 2 more. So let's go ETN and probably Hendy if you want high risk, high reward. Chase Brown if you want steady Eddie. I probably go ETN and Hendy personally, but really, really close. Kind of your own fault for not making a trade and having that many good options. You're going to get it wrong once out of every 3 times. Pick 1, Dak or Caleb. I go Dak. Pick 2, Jettas, Triple H, Harvey. I don't know. I don't know if Triple H, who, like, do you have them or are you just saying that? I don't know. You say Triple H, but I don't know if you just mean Harvey as a part of that. Ricky, if you have players, list the players, because I don't. If you just put Triple H and then you put Harvey after that, I don't know how many of the Triple H you have. So pick two: Jettas, Harvey, B Hall. Of these three players, I'm gonna play Harvey and Hall, or Harvey and Jettas. Chat, vote Jettas or Hall. Hall or Jettas. Pick one. We're starting Harvey. Pick Jettas or Hall. We need one of those two. I'd probably go Hall. Just have Puka drop 50. Yeah. Bless Maui Bowie. That's look. You could go. Yeah. I think I go Harvey and Hall, given you have Puka, but that's me. I mean, that's a tough call, bro. It's a really good squad. Really good start, too. You're in a good position. BBQ says, $10 hauler. Do you think Baker is struggling from injury or missing Liam? Seems like throws to Evans are easier for him. No, because everybody says that, but I don't agree with it at all. When Evans went down, Buka was going crazy. You know, it's just Buka hit a rookie wall. Baker's been... I think he was injured. I think he's better now, or he's getting better, but he's just kind of in his own head. But you can see where Baker's back in his bag at moments. It's just he hasn't been super consistent. Also, think about like losing Kyron and Corm together. Would Stafford be doing exactly the same? And then he misses, let's say, Adams, and he just got Puka. Like, yeah, Puka did well for a while with all this turmoil. But then all of a sudden, things started falling apart. Defenses start focusing on shutting down what is there instead of having these multiple options and facets for Stafford or in Baker's case to throw to. So I think getting everybody back, they're trying to jive again. I think it's going to start picking up. I think Baker's going to start clicking, and now that he's got all of his weapons back, any sort of problems he's been dealing with will they'll either mask them with the amount of talent and opportunities that are there for Baker to just, delegate instead of doing it all himself. But we'll see. I'm going to bank on it because I believe in Buka. Do you think, and then what else was it? It was Evans easier. Routes for Buka aren't there anymore. No, they are there. Buka, as I put up, I don't know if you were here for this, but as I put up on the screen the other night, this is kind of one of the crazier stats. Adams, most uncatchable balls from weeks 1 through 15. Adams 1, Buka 2, Adunze 3, and Adunze and JJ make a lot of sense. Buka's had the most uncatchable balls in his direction. It hasn't been Buka's route running, but Buka's route running has been on point. They've just been errant passes by Baker. He's absolutely been, Buka's been running solid routes. And yeah, he dropped a ball in the end zone. He was getting twisted around. No excuse. He's a pro football player. He should have caught it. But literally, Buka on that one play that would have potentially been a game decider, Buka would have caught it and taken it to the house, and everybody would have forgotten everything if Buka would have had a properly thrown football to him instead of it being overthrown on that particular play. Buka would have taken it house. So, we're one play away from everybody thinking everything is fixed. That's my view. Now, could Baker continue to miss him? Maybe. That could be the argument if somebody says, hey, I don't know. Anybody who wants to be a hater, you'll just be booted. Plain and simple. So it's up to you. It's up to you if this show is important to you. Played against Buka. Does my team have a chance? His other good players are Achan and Tet McMillan. QBs Hurts. Wide receivers CD, Nico, Buka, Hendy, Loveland, Sutton, Aubrey, Houston. Bench, Buka, Rice, Rico. Any changes? Your team's good, bro. I mean, CD, it comes down to these guys like Hendy and Bucky delivering. We do believe you're going to get at least one, if not both, of Nico and CD delivering. Hurts will probably deliver. You got Rice probably not playing. Buka's a nice player to throw in if we can find room. I'd play Buka over Sutton personally, but that's me. That's the only move I would make. I like your team. I think it's fantastic. I don't think I'd touch anything else. I'd maybe consider Rico or Buka over Sutton. Rico's nice, bro. Rico's not bad there. I'd probably put Rico in at flex if you want a little, sorry, Shelly, I keep saying bro. Yeah, my bad, Shelly. I didn't look, I was just answering the question and I look back up. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. What's up, bro? Rico in the flex is a tad bit safer than Puka in the flex. Puka's got a tad bit more upside, and Sutton's like steady Eddie. So if you guys want to all rank right now what you would do, steady Eddie Sutton, and he's not even been that steady, just lately he has been. High risk, high reward Puka, or a little bit less risky Rico. Full PPR. I mean, Rico catches a lot of football, so it doesn't really change much for me. Hey, Charlie, good team, bro. It's okay. I call everybody bro. Sutton is going to have to eat this week. I agree. Vote on this, please. I need at least 10 votes here. Please vote. Need floor, need upside 20 to 50, says Raphael. Puka. I kind of think Puka too. Puka 6 receptions for 82 yards this week. Come on, he's going to do better than that. I think I go I've been called worse. I think I go Rico for safety. I go Puka for high risk, high reward. Given you played Puka, I guess I go Puka. I think he's due. I can't promise this. If you don't want to roll the dice with this, if you're going to come in and I don't think you would. But if you're going to come in and blame me, again, I don't think you will. Anybody out there and say, "Oh, I shouldn't have listened to you," or whatever. Like, if that's the way anybody's taking it, please go the safe route. Because you're not a dice roller. You're not somebody that's going to split. You know, you're going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to cash out the contest early instead of trying to go for the original contest, like, you know, ticket that I put down." So, yeah. Chat, vote on that one if you can. Please, everybody give their opinion. Puka, Rico, Sutton. But everything else looks fantastic. And do you have a shot? Absolutely. Number one, I don't know what the rest of the team looks like. You know what I mean? Because it just because he has Puka doesn't mean the rest of his team's good. Dak, Nix, Rodgers, pick 2 suggestions on the waiver wire. Gold, you're going to have to give me more than that. I can't just like dig into, at this point with waivers already processed, I have no idea who's available. You're going to have to, I can't bat blind on the waiver wire question. You're going to have to give me a list of the top 5 or 6 players that are available. I'm going to go Dak over Nix and Rodgers, despite Nix having such a good week last week. Dak is also, whenever we put Dak against anybody, except for like the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks, Dak wins the vote by the chat every time. So Dak is a very good play. Like Brissett and Dak continues to win the vote in the chat. I'm surprised too that Brissett doesn't win the vote. But every time we put Dak against Brissett, it's been Dak, Brissett, Dak, Brissett, Dak. It's been Dak attack all day long. I don't know if people are biased because they got Dak, but he's winning the vote.
Now Dak attack. Now Dak attack. Lamb. Pickens. Lamb. Pickens. Dak attack.
J-Fam, sorry that Colby Parkinson sold you in the semis. It was a good logical play. It was a very good logical play, J-Fam. You can't beat yourself up over it. It was a very, very good play. I think, let's ask Krueger what he thinks on Rico or Emeka Egbuka. Let's see. Hey, Krueger, don't go off of my opinion. I want you to go off your own opinion. Emeka Egbuka this week, who's been struggling a little bit, but obviously had a tear, went on a tear in the beginning of the season. Obviously one of the lead dog candidates for Rookie of the Year, but hasn't done much as of late. Baker's been missing him. It's more Baker's fault than Puka. Puka would have 2 touchdowns last week. was thrown a bad ball, but it was catchable. Puka dropped it. Thrown a really bad ball, would have been an easy touchdown. That was on Baker. So Puka's just barely missing breaking out. Then you got Rico Dowdle, who's been doubted and dominated throughout the year. Been kind of questionable the last handful of weeks, too, as they've given Chuba Hubbard more and more work. So we have two players that have a little bit of questionable situations going on. Which one is going to outscore the other in week number 16? Krueger, Rico Dowdle, or Emeka Egbuka, full PPR, go.
All right, Smitty, you got it. I'll throw my own take in the ring here. So looking at these two guys, Emeka Egbuka and Rico Dowdle, both have a bit of a mixed bag going on. Had that hot start, and I know you were super hard.
He's just repeating what I said.
He really was looking like he could be that guy. The past few weeks, Baker's been a bit off target, and Egbuka's been just on the cusp of a breakout.
Just repeating everything I
there's that
said.
upside waiting to be unlocked if things click. On the other hand, Rico Dowdle has been in kind of a timeshare scenario. He's flashed. He's had some solid games, but they're mixing in Chuba Hubbard more. So he's got a little more volatility just from usage. If I had to pick one in a full PPR setting, I'd lean toward Egbuka this week. I think that just the volume and the chance for a bounce-back game, especially if Baker can get a little more accurate, gives him the edge. He's due for a big play or two, and that could pay off.
I don't think you're replacing me anytime soon, Krueger.
Well, Smitty, I'm definitely not here to replace you. Just to give you a little backup opinion when you need it. You got the final call on all the bold takes anyway, so no worries. I'm just here to toss my 2 cents into the pot.
All right. Hey, who would you have played this week? JSN or Puka Nacua walking into this game tonight?
Gotcha. Heading into tonight's game, honestly, I'd probably lean Puka Nacua. He's just been so
he doesn't have any reasoning really yet. He's got reasoning, but it's a grouping of pieces of knowledge and how to try and deliver it. He doesn't say something like Smitty, Puka just played and he went crazy. Like I'm not scared of AI yet. AI is not even close to taking over yet. It can't handle the pressures of all the things. Soon it will. 2-3 years maybe. I think it could be in the mix. But right now, it is very, very sketchy. He just repeats whatever I say. He's an advanced model, too. Guess who's going against Puka and JSN this week? T-Sizzle. I bet you are, sir. I bet you are. Cody, appreciate you. And I'm sorry, T-Sizzle. And hopefully it's your opponents that are going against him. In the second round of the official Dynasty League of the Fantasy Football Show, 1 seed. With the most points in the league and had Stafford, Puka, Stack. Attaboy, Cody. Great job on that. Nice work, my boy. Stafford's been amazing this year. He's been absolutely amazing. Just unbelievable. On the bright side, at least JSN didn't have 52. I wish he did. I don't like that attitude. I don't like your tone at all. I wish JSN did have a 50 burger. But having 40 points in Best Ball Mania half PPR and JSN having 20, it's not the end of the world to be down 20. You just have to have, like I got Bijan, for example, and not many others have Bijan in my grouping. Bijan needs to have a 25, 30-point day. If he does, if it's that kind of game, then it's even Steven. Then it just comes down to the other players. I know it always feels like you're down and out. You went up against Puka Nacua. You got to remember the player you're playing probably scores, let's say, 10 to 15 points, right? So you're not down 40 points, or in the case of some of your leagues, 50. You're down 40 or 50 minus the 10 or 15 or 20 that your player scores. And so you're really in a hole like 20 or 30, which is not great, but it's not like you're down 50 points. Everyone always thinks of it like that. Like, I'm down 50. You're not down 50. Yeah. Super chat here from Rockout. Rockout says, check the DMs. I will in a minute, Rockout. It's going to be hard to play right now because I got to switch mics, but remind me in a little bit. A little harder to play those these days. So remind me when we get a little bit deeper into the show. Thank you, Rockout. Appreciate you. All right. Let's answer some phone calls in a minute. Let me just see if there's any other super chats that need to be handled. Thank you, BBQ. Thank you, everybody, for dropping the super chats and the, gifted memberships earlier. BBQ is dropping gifted memberships like a mad dog all week. So appreciate you, BBQ, doing that. He's celebrating 12 days of BBQ miss, and I think today was day 9, I believe, if I've got that correctly. He's been dropping WAs all over. Thank you, mods, for being in the chat and handling all the spam. We have spam usually kickoff of the Thursday night and Monday night show a lot beforehand, not as much in the nighttime. But I appreciate you all. Harvey or Judkins versus the Bills. I'm going to go Harvey. He's multi-dimensional touchdown machine. Worthy if Rice is hurt. I like Worthy if Rice is out, and Rice is most likely going to be out. I'd say he's near a lock to be out at this point. London's a little more of a potential question mark, but I think that's posturing by the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think London's going to play, but he certainly could. That's why we're going to keep tabs on it. Dak or Burrow or Lawrence. Dak's been winning the vote. Every time we ask the chat, it's Dak, Burrow, Dak, Burrow, Dak, Burrow, Dak, Burrow. Same thing with Dak against other players. Bills, KC. I think you could go either way. I go Bills. Bills at Cleveland. I'd rather have the Bills, but I think KC's pretty decent, but I wonder if KC is struggling on offense more than we want, and then the defense gets worn out. Minshew could do well. It's possible. With Rice out, I don't know that he will. If he had Rice, then sure. BBQ's dropped so many super chats over the years. BBQ's the man. That's why he's got his own emoji. New Age Outlaw as well. Oh, let me go over to my Rumble. Damn it, I did it again. Rumblers, here I come. I'm so sorry. JT, I will get better at this. I will get better. I know I answer it like late. JT in the house. New Age in the house. Con in the house. Con 911. Appreciate you. JT, the Hebrew Hammer. I usually come around. I usually figure this out. I will get better. I promise you. Don't give up on me. I will check. I'm not always going to be live at the same time on YouTube and Rumble. Maybe I will. I don't even know if we decided how we're going to do the Rumble thing yet. Rumble will have its own show that won't be on YouTube. But I don't know how often, and we probably will a lot, how often we'll have the YouTube streaming on Rumble as well, like we are right now. JT, appreciate you. Any other super chats on or Rumble rants I have? Landman, is Landman in the building? Got Bare Bones. I got Rob in the building. Hebrew Hammers in the building. Golf, appreciate you. Cake is in the building. Chris, Walt in the building. My boy JT. JT, thank you, pal. All right, let's handle JT's $20 super chat. JT, thank you, kind sir.
Alert. Super chat alert.
JT's the man. He's like JT's like him and New Age are doing awesome over on Rumble. Smitty, break down if you would, kind sir. Hebrew Hammer here. He has BTJ, Amon-Ra, Henderson, Pollard, Gadsden, Ladd, my Dak, CD, Nico, Gibbs, ETN, Loveland, Evans, and Denver D. I would consider him like a very good Taco Bell meal with sour cream. I mean, you got the large nacho cheese fries, not just like fries. It's solid. But you are, my friend, like a gourmet steak sandwich with the steak fries and the au jus sauce and everything. He could do it, sure. His team could win. Yeah. I'd say 20% chance winning against CD, Nico, Gibbs, ETN, Evans, Love. Maybe 10% chance. Your team is by far the greater team. Anything can happen. That's why we played the game. But your team versus his team is not even close. I would not want to beat him on any level. But this is why we play the game. Anything can happen. Phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Thank you, Hebrew Hammer, for dropping that. I appreciate you, my boy. Godwin played 96% of the snaps. says Devin. Godwin's not a bad play, but I don't count on him very easily. 360, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name's Arthur, and I'm
What's
calling
up, Arthur?
from
What can I
Oregon.
do for you?
What's up? Hear me out for a second. So I played Stafford, Kyron, and Puka. He has 90 points so far, and then I got JSN, which dropped me some points. Quick question. I need some start-sit advice. It's a 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 2 flex. My running back.
I mean to hit that button. I can't go over the whole team, so just give me the question. Yeah, instead of the background.
Okay, I got four running backs. Start 3, sit 1. Dowdle, Judkins, Igbuka, and Henderson.
I mean, I don't know what would make you struggle with this one. Judkins is very one-dimensional, and he could outscore all 3 of them any given day if they fed him right, but they haven't been, and the game script's probably not going to be good against the Buffalo Bills. Anything can happen, of course, but if you wanted to debate between Buka and Judkins, I'd understand. But Dowdle, to me, he's getting 18, 20 carries a game. Hendy just had a monster game. These 2 are locks for me. So it does come down to Buka Judkins. But Buka, you said full PPR? I'm just going to take the guy that's catching footballs. Judkins doesn't catch footballs. In PPR, that's logically the best move.
Okay.
It doesn't always work out that way, bro. And if your gut tells you go Judkins over Buka because Buka's struggled, I'm okay with that move. But I'm not okay putting.
Yeah, I'm only in this dilemma because of Rice. He's going to be out.
Probably,
right?
We're waiting on it, but probably.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I'm in this dilemma. So
I wouldn't even lose a wink of sleep if I sat Judkins with the way they've been using him. It's not your fault. You're going with a logical choice to sit the guy that they don't use, and he doesn't catch footballs, and the game script isn't always what we predict, but should be bad where they've got to throw the ball to get back in the game. How is Judkins going to get points if they don't throw it to him? You know, so like that's where the logic comes in. But anything can happen, bro. Game flow, defensive touchdowns, who knows? But logic tells me Dowdle's getting 15 to 18 carries a game. Buka's been a top 4 wide receiver for a big chunk of the season and still lingers around 12 or 13 overall based on how good he was. And he's almost caught 4 touchdowns in the past 3 weeks. And then Hendy's going crazy. So I'm going to go with that. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Caller, you're live from the, let's see here, from the 573. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? It's Balake.
What's up, Balake? What can I do for you?
What's up? Hey, I need start-sit advice, so I might have a small list of players for you to write down for me. Okay, here we go. Mike Evans, Igbuka, Bannon, Hampton, Harvey.
Okay.
I need to decide which receiver to play. Michael Wilson's in that list too. I need to decide which receiver to play, which running back, and then a flex option.
Look, logic tells us, and the reason I say that, the reason I keep saying logic tells us is because so many people get illogical around this time of year, where they start saying, well, what if I pick up off the waiver wire? You know how many people asked me this week, should I start Stafford or should I go on a waiver wire and pick up Bryce Young? Or should I, why are we doing this? You drafted these guys for a reason. Wilson's been going crazy. Wilson's non-negotiable. Evans, I would say, I do want to start Buka and Evans, and I could land there, but Evans right now feels non-negotiable. It does come down to Hampton, who's inconsistently given the ball, and then you got Vidal, and you don't know what's going on there. Fannin, he's hit and miss based on the situations make Hampton and Fannin a little risky. Harvey's either going to blow up or not blow up. He's got the rib thing, but he's totally fine. He's pretty much practicing in full with no questions whatsoever. But then beat writers will throw little things out there like they might limit him. They might limit him, says some beat writer that's been against him all year probably, and is trying to fit the narrative the way that they've been trying to tell it all year. Harvey should be completely fine. Puka's been struggling. This is your dilemma. 3-4 questionable situations where there's lots of upside with all 4 of them. If it were me, I would probably say give me Puka, Evans, and Wilson so that I hedge this properly and don't get screwed. And I do believe you could still eat with these 2 options. This is probably your safest avenue. If you wanted to put Puka on the bench because you're just not trusting him, then you would not be crazy whatsoever to go Evans, Wilson, and Harvey. But I don't think I'm going Hampton right now until he proves that he's getting as much work as we need him to get to earn this. But these are the 2 locks. You've got to kind of pick your poison. High risk, high reward Puka, or a little bit steadier Harvey. There's no real answer.
Right, exactly. There's so many questions on these guys. Okay, so I just have so many players. Hampton, Harvey, and Judkins are really the choice. I have to choose one of those at the RB position now. And I'm guessing we probably feel more comfortable with Harvey over the other 2 right now. I'm guessing that. Right?
Well, isn't that what I just said? Didn't I?
Well, I threw in Judkins because I forgot to list him off too. My team is very stacked. Or at least
you do have a problem, a good problem to have. Sure. You're not crazy to go Hampton. You're not crazy to go Judkins, but I know, and Harvey's got questions as well. But Harvey, to me, he's a touchdown machine, really. You know? So I'm going to go with the guy that's also very involved in the receiving game, too. Hampton, Vidal gets in there. Judkins doesn't catch passes. And most likely the Chargers and the Cleveland Browns will be playing in a game script, most likely, not for sure, where they need to throw in the 3rd and 4th quarter. This guy catches balls. This guy can't be really game scripted out. All right. I got to go, Block. I appreciate you.
Okay. I like that.
Later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
But trust your gut, because I can't promise all this goes well. Some people take this stuff and they're like, Smitty said, this is why we play the game. And let me remind everybody, I'm going to get these 50-50 calls, which is about 95% of everything that gets asked is considered like a 50-50 call, sometimes less than a 50-50 call. I'm going to get it right 75% on my best day and probably 65% on my normal good days. And I'm probably going to get 48% out of 50 or 48% out of 100. Some weeks it'll happen. So these are 50-50 calls. It is what it is. You know, start bench stuff is not for the faint of heart. It's also not, it's probably the least accurate type of predicting that one can endeavor they can take on. I'm not saying we don't do it well or better than other people, or I try and use a lot of logic with the final 2 weeks. I try not to get in my feelings. I try not to say, oh, I love Tyler Warren so much. In the Parkinson call this week, and I did take back Parkinson and Brock Bowers. I said to anybody I made a comment to, Brock Bowers is a start over Parkinson. Even if I gave you that answer, I switched it. At the end of the stream, I made a big announcement that I'm going Brock Bowers over Parkinson. But I still said I still like Parkinson. Parkinson's a logical play. It didn't work out, but it was very logical. I mean, he had been doing it all freaking season long. Consistent as they come. Adams is out. It's logical that he's going to get more targets. Look at Puka Nacua. He got more targets. It was kind of wild that Parkinson didn't get more volume and really wasn't effective. He could have been hurt. I don't know what it is, but it was a logical play. And you're not going to get them all right. And your team can't live and die by one tight end decision where he still got you. I'm not saying it's a great day at the office, but it's not like he got you 0. He got you, what do you have? 2 for 21, so 4 points. Not ideal, but tight ends can oftentimes, even the best of them, get you 7, 8, 9, 10 points. So it's not like you're down that much. It was a logical take. Hold on one second, Travis. Let me get these two super chats out, and then I'll be cleared and be able to hit the phone lines again. BBQ, appreciate you with the super chat again, saying easy to play Monday morning QB, hard to make the call. Some of the best well-laid plans don't end up the way you think. Keep doing what you're doing, Smitty. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, but thank you. But I'm just saying, for people that are like doom and gloom about Parkinson, right? Like, I'm done, I'm toast. You're not toast. You have 4 points instead of maybe 12. So you're down 8 points. You're not down. If your tight end that you have on the bench scores 15, stop thinking you lost 15 points. You didn't. You lost 11. If your tight end even scores 15, if he scores 8, you lost 4 points. You know. B Brown says a little off topic, but I'm in the little board 2 semis with you on underdog. Are you? How in the hell did you get a Shadur double stack pre-NFL draft? You're currently first, by the way, after tonight's game. Let me go check on that. You said little board 2. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was in first in any of the little boards. I have a couple. Let's see. Little board. Is this Superflex? Little board Superflex, or is this little board? Let's see here. Little board 2. Did you say 2? Little board 2? Okay. Little board 2. What's your team name, bro? I don't see Brown anywhere, so I'm not sure. So I'm in first, so you must be in this one. I've got Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Shadur Sanders, Zach Charbonnet, Blake Corum, Kyron Williams, Trey Henderson, Cam Scattaboo, that sucks. Tank Bigsby, Jarquez Hunter, that sucks. Jamar Chase, George Pickens, Calvin Ridley, that sucks. Jalen Coker, Tillman, Isaiah Bond, Yoshi Voss, McBride, Pitts, and Noah Gray. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in first there, but honestly, Charbonnet, Blake Corum, being in first right now doesn't necessarily excite me too much because some people don't have any players that have played. But right now, I'm winning in this particular draft. If I was to win, what would it be? I don't know what it'd be right now. I know if you win the little board 2, it's $15K to first. I know that I have a normal little board, and that one, if you win first place in, is $100K. So clearly, I'd rather win the normal little board, not the little board 2. But thank you, B Brown, for letting me know you're in that draft with me. That's ironic, bro, that you and I are in the same draft. The odds of that are astronomically high. That's crazy. All right, Travis, you're live.
Hey, what's up? Are you playing Gainwell or Warren? If you have the option.
Gainwell for me.
Warren.
He's
Just because of the work he's been doing in PPR.
Yeah, he just feels like a better player. But anything can happen.
I was just a little split because, like, it seems like they still like to give Warren the ball. And, like, last week, Warren was sick. And so, does that play into it? I don't know. But I tend to agree with you that Gainwell's been the hot hand. And Rodgers likes throwing to running backs when they can get open. So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, anything could happen. I think Warren could have a big game. Gainwell could. If Gainwell looks sketchy health wise, then I think I'd maybe back off it. But I think if Gainwell's good to go, I just feel like he's just such a good touchdown threat. He's definitely the guy they lean to when they get in. He's kind of like the Charbonnet. Like, Warren could do what Walker did. At any moment, Warren's so explosive, he could have this huge game and rip off these big runs. But I do feel like Gainwell, when they get inside the 15-yard line, it's like that's when they go to Gainwell. Gainwell's the guy. But anything can happen. He's a really good player, too. When I watch him play, I think to myself, damn, he is really good. Like, he looks like Dowdle, in that Dowdle didn't look as good in Dallas as he looks in Carolina. Dowdle looks like a whole new man. Gainwell looks like a whole new player. Gainwell was never this good in Philly at all. He's so good in this offense.
Yeah.
And Andy catches like 5 passes a game, doesn't he?
Well, that was my thought, is that he's been doing so well in PPR work. It seems like an advantage.
I mean, the last handful of games, what's he even pulled in? Let me see if I can pull it up on Gainwell. I mean, he's just been a monster. Let's see,
Yeah, past 2 games, he's had 7 targets, 6 catches.
Yeah, since week number 9, 5, 3, 8, 6, 3, 7, 7. You can't ask for more than that out of a running back. That's crazy. Now, granted, he's not getting a ton of rushing some games, but he had a 90-yard game rushing and an 80 the last 2 out of the last 4. So it seems like maybe he's getting a little more rushing rushing looks in action than like, so we could finish in a way that we're like, wow, he did really well. He's always been catching footballs though all year. Even in week 2, he had 5 targets. Week 3 he had 1. Week 4 he had 6. Bye week, and then he had 6 coming off the bye week. I mean, that's just crazy. He's had a lot of greenlit target reception games. Now, granted, his touchdowns have been kind of minimal receiving, except for the 1 week 11 against the Bengals, was it? 2 touchdowns, and then no. I like Gainwell. Give me Gainwell.
Yeah, and it's crazy because him and Warren are like, two spots apart in the rankings, but definitely it seemed like Gainwell has kind of gained a little more favor in that offense recently.
The thing that makes me not like Warren is the last 3 weeks in a row, 35 yards on the ground, 13, 33. So it's not like he's been dominating the yardage. The 3 weeks prior, he was in the green with 70, 62, and 68. And then 31, then 62, then 127. So Warren was literally 5 games out of 6 where he had, considered green-lit rushing numbers on the ground at least. And he hasn't done anything on the ground except for the touchdown 3 weeks ago. Touchdown on the ground, but he didn't have good rushing yards. Targets were 4, 3, and 3, which aren't horrible, but they're not Gainwell's. Gainwell all the way. Gainwell's just a smarter play. Doesn't matter what happens, it's still logically at the time that you're deciding it was the right play. Just like Parkinson was a good start. Doesn't always work out.
Yeah, that was odd. I didn't really pay attention and see like what the defense was doing with Parkinson, but I'm guessing they maybe put a little bit more on him. But it was odd because they were using the other tight ends, so they were breaking open. But yeah, you would have thought it'd be better. Do you have like just a quick minute if I read off a few players you can tell me?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me get this. Championship week for me, Sutton.
Yeah.
Gainwell, Harvey, Marks, Jacoby Myers, Waddle, Jettis, Yenti. Choose your top 5 from these, and QB Drake or Lamar. Drake may safer. Lamar's higher risk, higher reward. So if you have Puka, you're in pretty good driver's seat. I probably go Drake May. Just at the risk of Lamar has a 40-point game or a 9-point game. So give me Drake, who's going to get you 30. Might not get you 45, but he'll get you 33 or whatever. Your scoring format might be different, but you know what I'm saying? The ratio is going to be the same. Go Drake May for me. And if I'm picking 5 here, I'm probably going Harvey. I'm probably going Jettas. I'm probably going Sutton. And I probably go... Do you go Gainwell or Genty if you're looking to kind of coast a little bit, Travis?
Genty has who?
Yeah,
Houston.
Genty is at Houston. That's horrible. I'd probably go Gainwell.
Gainwell's safer.
I mean, would you go Waddle over Gainwell? We don't know what yours is going to do, though. Marks is banged up, and Chubb could play, and Jordan could play, and
so they have. Hold on, choose your top 5. Okay.
I'd go Sutton, Gainwell, Harvey, JJ. And if you don't want to go Gainwell,
not Jacoby.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say Jacoby for safety, Gainwell higher risk, higher reward. End of story.
Yeah. Do you think Jacoby or BTJ will get Surtain?
I don't. It feels like one where it's like Liam Cohen's gonna move him around. And I don't know that Surtain's gonna just like try and lock down one. I think he's just gonna. You're gonna see him on both, but I could be wrong on that. Had Walker needed Kyren, TD says golf. I mean, yeah, it was close. He was close to having a touchdown. All right, Travis, hit me with your list real quick.
Yeah, so I just would need 2 wide receiver and 2 flex. The players are Michael Wilson, DK Metcalf, Diggs, Hampton, and Harvey. Likely to, but likely didn't do anything last week.
2 wide receivers and 2 flex. I'm going to go Wilson for sure, locked in. I'm going to go DK for sure, locked in. And my 2 flexes would be Hampton and Harvey. Yeah, pretty easy. I like Diggs. He's playing for money, but really disappointed me last week. And he could do this week what he was supposed to do last week. Certainly possible. And he's literally 4 catches away or 3 from 500K. But that doesn't mean he won't get 5 catches for 30 yards, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see, he's got 3 catches away.
3 catches away from 500K. He gets another 10, he gets 500K. So you could say he doesn't just want to get 3 catches. He wants to get 5 or 6 this week so we can get, 5 or 6 the next week and then 3 or 4 or 5 the next week and then get that $1 million. So he gets $1 million if he gets 13 catches. And if he gets 1,000 yards, he gets another 500K. So he could get a 1.5 million by getting 13 catches and hitting 1,000 yards. So there's a lot of money.
He needs 269 more yards. That'll be tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, he might get these short catches that might not amount to much. So give me DK, Wilson, Hampton, and Harvey, and I don't really even bat an eye.
And I see a lot of people worrying about if MHJ comes back.
Who's that?
I think MHJ will have a role, but I mean Wilson has kind of established himself, and that's Brissett's guy at least now. I don't know what will happen next year, but I wouldn't worry too much about Wilson.
Yeah, I mean MHJ might not even be full go. Parkinson killed me, Rico or Harvey, Dak or Brissett. Dak has won this vote. We've done it 5 times, and he wins it every time. Very steady. So Dak is the answer here. But Brissett's really nice, man. I'm not saying I don't like either side, but Dak has been winning this, and you need a big swing. I'm not saying Brissett isn't a big swing. Brissett broke, a record for the most completions in a game. He certainly could have 400 yards and 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Dak is he still feels like the higher upside play, but Brissett does feel safer. Dak is one of those guys that can have those really bad games, where you're expecting Burrow. Burrow can have huge games, but Burrow can have, and the Bengals can have a game where they score 0 points. I would say if you need it to be a safe call, you go Brissett. You're saying Parkinson killed you, but don't let that make you feel like you're playing from behind. Again, Parkinson got you 4 points, bro. Your option that you think you could have, Waller or whoever it was, might get 9 points, and you're literally down 5. It didn't kill anything.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Especially because, what was Parkinson projected? Points maybe. So in terms of what you're expecting on your projections when you're looking at the matchup, you're chasing 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, it's so again, can't stress enough that Brissett is going to be. He's been so steady. He's going to be your safe avenue. So if you want safety, do not think Parkinson makes you need to swing. So safe avenue. Dak is going to bring you way more upside because of the weapons he has and just the nature of his offense and how they play and the defense and everything's just the game scripting. But he's going to have more risk for sure. So you got to pick your...
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers have been very good against quarterbacks.
I wish I could give you an answer here, but you just rolling. You need to go with what if you want safety, but still a lot of upside. It's not like it's safe and he has a really low ceiling. His ceiling's huge, you know. He's also been a top 3-4 quarterback over the course of his entire time starting.
I was going to say, like, I mean, Brissett's a top 10 option, like, no doubt.
Top 5. I mean,
so good.
What he's been playing.
Yeah, he might be.
Now, could he get figured out a little more the last handful of games? I mean, sure. It's not like he doesn't have any film on him, but, you know, sometimes quarterbacks like this will do what they're doing and they'll start tailing a little bit. And I feel like there have been moments where it felt like that, but then in the third or fourth quarter, he kind of throws more. The thing that's good about the Cardinals situation is they're so bad that it's just one of those teams that ends up throwing the ball a lot. Like in the third and fourth quarter, it seems meaningless, and there's a lot of garbage throwing around. And I don't know. This is a tough matchup to figure. Not tough matchup, but a tough matchup to figure because it's not like Arizona just because they're facing the Falcons who are, you know, you could say have some questions, right? The Cardinals are still not good enough that this just becomes a cakewalk game for them and they just score tons of points and keep like this could still be like a really close game because of how volatile the Cardinals are. I don't know. I would probably say, again, guys, vote in the chat. Brissett or Dak? We've done this like 10 times and Dak keeps winning it, but I want to know how close it is again tonight with maybe a slightly different crowd or a little bit more people in here than the last time. We got 418 in here. Brissett or Dak? Dak or Brissett? Please vote. Dak is a lock, says Devin. And keep in mind, some of the people voting Dak have Dak. Some of the people voting Brissett have Brissett. So there's a little bit of bias involved, but I think if we get enough votes that you'll have an equal amount of bias on both sides. And so the vote will be legit. Dak all day, says Oaktown. Shelly says Dak attack. Which is a little biased because Shelly does have a sponsorship mention on the Dak Attack video.
Oh, Dak Attack. Oh, Dak Attack.
And where's Greg? Where's Greg?
Oh, Dak Attack. Oh, Dak Attack.
Greg Patterson. You know, sometimes when people have a bad year or something, they'll vanish a little bit and they'll come back. I don't know, Greg, if things went bad for your team, which can happen to anybody, injuries, all that. Greg, I don't know where Greg Patterson went. Greg was here like every day. And then, boom, he was gone like the wind. Brissett because of Dak's matchup. Bias, but Dak. This is like a legit 50.
I play Brissett.
Huh?
Well, I said Brissett, but it's close.
Yeah, it does feel like it's near 50-50 tonight. I don't know. It's a tough one. Hold on, Rockout wants me to check his message. Hold on a second, Rockout. I just have to. It's a little bit of a process, Rockout. So hold on one second because my mic won't play your thing very clearly. So I got to switch mics. All right, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Puka, you straight amazing. You know what I'm saying? Puka, you straight amazing. Straight crazy, like you eating mad raisins. Don't be playing, we spitting mad on fire now. You know we blow it out just like it's Charizard. We charged up, we ready to score a mad touchdown. Oh yeah, we do it like the Kool-Aid Man.
Baba Booey. Thank you. Appreciate it. Rockout dropping fire per usual. Thank you, Rockout. Appreciate you. Hold on, Travis. Let me just make sure I don't have any other super chats. Thank you, Rockout. Dallas is a bad team. They are and they aren't. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Chargers won't shut down the Cowboys. I mean, I don't think the Chargers can be somebody you just assume like they're.
I mean, look what they did to Philly.
They're good and bad. They can definitely lock down a team, but they can also, fall apart themselves. It's just like
the Cowboys.
It's just simple.
What they do.
It's just simple. High risk, high reward. So the reward is higher with Dak. The risk is higher with Dak. This is a safe play, still with a high floor. But this is almost the exact same question as Lamar and May. Drake May is Brissett. It's steady. The floor is super high. If you have a huge lead, you just go with Brissett. If you got a huge lead, you just go with Drake May. Lamar can get you 10 points or he can get you 40. Dak can get you 5 points or he can get you 40. So you just got to pick your poison. There's no way to answer the question, to be honest. You got to go with your gut in terms of what you think you need with your particular matchup. Darnold, get down. Darnold says, Puka dropped 50 on me, but I'm only down 30. Opponent took the bait and flex Parkinson. His best players left are May, JJ, and McBride. Those are good players. I mean, JJ is not necessarily right now, but I'm playing Brissett. I have Pickens, CMC, Chase Brown, Harvey, Fannin. Do you like my chances? I think it's pretty close. I think the fact that he has Puka in a 30-point lead puts you in a pretty tough situation, but you've got CMC, Pickens. I think you can do it. I'd say this is like a 54% chance they're favored, or 58% or 60, somewhere in the 50 to 60% that they're favored on your app. Maybe even gives you 38%. I could see it being one of those like projections, but I don't know, bro. You got a lot of big, ballers that could drop a lot of wattage. So I think you're in pretty good shape. Don't let Puka scare you too much, because again, it's not like you scored 0 against him with the player you're playing against him. Just like I have JSN going up against Puka. You what?
Saw it with Pitts last week. We saw it with Pitts last week. Dropped 45 on people, and people still won.
What was even better was it was like 2 or 3 years ago when Kamara had 6 TDs, I think, 6 touchdowns, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm playing against Kamara."
That's Christmas.
I want to say it was like week 16, week 7, something like that. But Kamara had 6 touchdowns, I believe, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm done." And then who was the player that counteracted that? I forget. Somebody remember? There was a counter. There was an antidote. It's always week 15, 16, 17. It's usually week 16 or 17. Something happens where somebody scores 4 or 5 touchdowns. And it's like, so we think Puka Nacua is this neutralizer right now. Just wait. Someone's going to... Rico Dowdle's going to have 7 touchdowns. Like, something's going to happen.
Yeah, it was Christmas 2020.
Who was it? Who was the anti... Was it Dak? It was someone like that. It was something like Dak had 6 touchdowns, or like someone like that had it might have been a quarterback. Could have been Burrow and Chase. Might have been Burrow and Chase. Was that the 264 and 3 touchdown game? No, that was a few years before that, or a year before that, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it was Jamar Chase. I don't know.
Week 17.
I don't remember. Somebody knows who was the antidote to Kamara's like 6 touchdown game that one year. Week 15 or 16, I forget.
Cousins threw for 405 yards.
Bro, you're fine, Darnold. Thank you for the super chat. Darnold, get down. The $20 holla. Do it live.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Get to the chopper. Get down.
Yeah, we had some monster weeks in that same week. That there was a week before, and someone has to remember. Someone must have had the player.
I think it was Chase and Burrow, Joel. I think you might be right, because I said that a minute ago, and I thought that's what it is. I think we're right on that. Could have been Lamb. Maybe Lamb was it. Who's watching the Jake Paul fight tomorrow on Netflix? I am. I hope Jake Paul wakes up about.
Oh yeah.
Wakes up and goes, "Where am I?" And we can. If he doesn't, then it's maybe time to respect him, or it's rigged. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know that Joshua would rig it, but it's a lot of money. Hold on one second. 949 caller, you're live. What is your name and where are you calling from? 949. Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. This is Frisk. Hello.
Okay. Bro, Frisk, listen back to your call. If you want to know why you got hung up on, just listen back to your call. Just listen to it and tell me what's wrong with it. Let's try it one more time. Hold on. The Fantasy Football Show, you're live. You were live.
Hello?
Frisk, listen back to your call again. I'm going to refer you to both of your calls. Listen back to them and figure out what it is you might have done wrong. Very, very curious to know if you can pick up on it as quickly as you
finish him.
He's in the chat. Can you hear me? Trying to join the call.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? Okay, Travis,
No, it's
what
not
else
your
you got?
Wi-Fi. So I just pulled that week up. So Josh Allen had 320 with 4 touchdowns. Diggs had 145 with 3 touchdowns. Devontae Adams 142 with 3 touchdowns. Brady 348 with 4 touchdowns. So you could have had a combo.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Diggs was one of them. Hold on one second. Let's go over to Fred. Is it Fred? Fred, you're live. Hello? What's up? What can I do for you?
What's up, Smitty? Yeah, just still thinking about the Waddle versus Watson. Maybe just get a vote in chat on that. I'm really worried about
You should be
Waddle.
worried about Watson too, bro. Let me tell you that right now. Hold on a second,
play?
Fred. Fred, just sit right there. You are live. What can I do for you?
Hello?
I'm done. You're done. You're done, Frisk. You're done. You're not calling in again. You're blocked. You're blocked. I'm not. Look, I'm worried about Watson more than I'm worried about Waddle because Watson got blasted, bro, and is dealing with multiple injuries. Is a very high risk player. You know, I'm also very concerned. I tell you that, and Watson has 120 and 2 touchdowns, but I don't think I don't think Waddle feels as
So you're still
scary.
going
Yeah,
Waddle?
I'm going Waddle, but I just don't know.
Even without Tua.
Well, I mean, it's risky either way you look. Either way you look at it. You know.
Either way.
I guess you're just again you have risk all around, but it's just give me the guy that's actually playing, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, trust your gut because it's such a close call. Chicago's very opportunistic, but they can be scored on. It's in Chicago. What's the weather going to be like? Watson banged up. Weather. It's late in the night. It's the 6:20 p.m. game, so it's going to be even colder. I don't know. I'm not sure. Trust your gut. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you like I know that Waddle's a better play. I don't. I don't want either one of them. Have mercy, Smitty says Frisk. Frisk, I've had mercy 4 times. Mercy was what the second time was, the third time was, the fourth time was. That's what it is. Hello?
You think Watson's still a better like a bench receiver than Shakir?
I think what it comes down to with Watson is injury. Like if he gets cleared and they're like he's not on the injury report, then I think you need to call back again. You know what I mean? Like, because I have different information. Right now, the information I have is he's struggling to even play, and he's struggling with multiple injuries.
I'm just thinking, like, if he's on waivers, so get him and drop Shakir. Or
I mean, Shakir's the kind of guy that's going to get you 0, and then he's going to get 15. You know, I don't know. I don't know when Shakir's going to have that day, but Josh Allen rotates his players, and I don't think you can trust him. But could you drop him, and then somebody uses him against you, and he has 110 and a touch? Yeah, it can definitely happen. That's what Shakir does. Very, 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 volatile player that you're going to have in the lineup at the wrong time.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'll get Harvey off the wire in a little bit.
Wait, get who off the wire? Get who off the wire? Wait. This is the RJ Harvey. What do you mean you think you're going to get RJ Harvey off the wire? Why are you wasting my time with injured Watson? Or who are the two players we're talking about? Waddle and Watson.
And Waddle.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Finish him.
I mean, maybe.
Call terminated.
You're worse than Frisk. Can we get can we get Frisk back on the line? I mean, at this point, I'd rather talk to Frisk than have a conversation about Waddle and Watson, and then you tell me RJ. You're still debating whether to pick RJ Harvey off waivers. If you guys don't remember, when Fred called in the other day, he thought it was against morality to pick up RJ Harvey because someone dropped him in anger or something. And he's like, I don't want to pick him up because I feel like it might not be the moral thing to do. And it's like, what are we doing here? You're wasting my time. You're wasting Marker. You're wasting Frisk. Frisk could be calling right now. Get a more normal call. Fred?
You're done.
I don't know. Maybe you should give Frisk one more.
At this point, Frisk is probably gonna. I don't know. It's crazy. What else we got here? We're gonna give him one more try, like Timmy T.
Please press 1 to be connected. Please press 1 to be connected. Please state your name after the tone.
Frisk?
He hung up.
You're done.
Jeez. All right, here he is. Hold on. Okay, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry. I have a start-sit question. It's JJ McCarthy, 9 or Dart.
JJ McCarthy, 9 or Dart. Frisk. Probably go Dart. I don't trust 9. You trust 9?
Like, he's playing the Giants defense, and I like when he plays against bad defenses, he does good. So that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, anything can happen, bro. But I'm gonna go Dart.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what That's what this whole thing's about. So you can ask me J9 or Dart. You don't got anything better than that?
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say, I've been with Puka since day 1, wide receiver 1.
Finish him.
And you told me he was wide receiver.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Travis? First, trying to make up some stuff. Smitty, I invented Puka Nacua. Oh, I hung up on Travis when I was doing that. Travis, call him one more time. Say goodbye to the good people. I didn't mean to hang up on Travis. All right. Thank you all for the super chats. Travis, you can call. And yeah, here's Travis right here. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button, Travis. Any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, so
Travis taking strays.
Do you think London is playing or no?
I don't think so, but it's definitely not like 100%. You know.
If he plays, like my options are so limited in this league. Basically, my options are London or MHJ if they play, or Franklin, or 80 Mitchell.
Read them off. Read them off. Read them off one more
play
time. All the decisions. So you're trying to sit who?
I have one spot. It would be for London, MHJ, 80 Mitchell, or Torrey Franklin. And Pat Bryant is probably back this week. And, otherwise Franklin's not a bad play. But it seems when Pat Bryant's in the lineup.
Well, I mean, London plays. I'm playing London, but if MHJ plays, I'd probably play MHJ in this situation. If he feels very like sketchy to play, then 80 Mitchell, I guess at that point. So pecking order right here, but very, very determined. The answer will be determined by all the different things going on, multiple levels of things going on. I mean, like if London was playing but a decoy and MHJ was deemed 100%, well, now we're starting to think maybe MHJ might be safer in London if we're feeling decoy-like. If London sits and MHJ is going to play but we're unsure, right? Snap count, we'll see if he can give it a go. Then all of a sudden 80 Mitchell is just the safest play. But I don't think it's a tough call. It's a real tough call.
All right. Yeah, I know it's crappy options. So. And yeah, like I just saw. Aaron just said what I keep seeing people say. They're worried about Wilson if MHJ plays, but like you said, I would just play him. Like he's the guy right now.
Yeah, I mean, could I see it to where? Thank you, Rock Out, for the super chat. He says I'm the most take a lap person on the show. I could see it where we're like, oh, look, he'll be fine. Wilson's not going to be hampered. MHJ comes back, and then Wilson finally doesn't do anything. It's certainly possible, but I'm not gonna sit Wilson if anybody's in a dilemma where it's like, you're not even going to like a big dog. If you're going to at Mike Evans, then sure. Mike Evans over Michael Wilson because MHJ's back, I could understand that. But if you're going to go to Jacoby Myers, who's not bad, for that, I'm not sitting Michael Wilson. You out of your minds? And then Marquez says, would you sit Igbuka, Evans, or Sutton for London? I mean, again, there's so many levels to this, bro. Is London playing full go off the injury report? Is London, playing but hampered? Is London going to be a decoy? Is London going to, be on a snap count, but we think it could be something where we're misled and he's not on a snap count at all? I mean, so many different levels, but I'm probably saying that if London plays and there's no restrictions, then you put him in over Sutton. But that's if you get that call.
And we have to watch Pitts too, because isn't Pitts banged up now?
Pick 3: Gibbs, Hendy, Bucky, ETN, Harvey. I mean, that's your fault, Brian. I don't know what to tell you there, bro. Hold on. Gibbs? No, Gibbs is locked. Okay. Hendy? Probably ETN. I mean, do I want to sit Bucky or Harvey? No. That's on you, Brian. You should have made a trade. I did try. You didn't try hard enough. You didn't give away some free appetizers or go a little extra over the top. Hand out a little keychain, like something to put the trade over the top. I don't know. You're going to get this wrong every time. As a group, we're getting this wrong every time. But Gibbs and Hendy, I don't sit. I know that for sure. The rest of it, chat, vote. I need 10 votes on this one. Bucky, ETN, Harvey, start one. Bucky, ETN, Harvey, start one of those three. We're locking Gibbs and Hendy in. That's the best I can do for you, Brian. And I lean toward ETN because he's been so fire and Tootin's not playing. So Tootin out, it feels like it's an all ETN show, an all ETN affair. And to be frank, I'm pretty excited. Denver's a tough matchup though, but I'm excited for it. I guess if you're worried about the matchup, probably say Bucky's the safest alternative if the matchup scares you enough. Denver's not an easy situation, but like ETN's the kind of guy that's going to punch in 2 touchdowns and maybe he has 3.9 yards per carry and 60 yards, but he has 2 scores. He has 4 catches for 35 yards, and it's just the sum total. But I love all those options. I love all those options, my boy.
Frisk is calling himself the Frisk.
No, you don't make your own nickname, bro. You're Frantic Frisk, bro. Frantic Frisky. That's what you are, bro. Frantic Frisk. There's no the Frisk, bro. Can't make your own name. The Frantic Frisk. You want to do that? We'll put that. You want to be the Frisky? That's fine. You're the Frantic Frisk. You know? DMO 10 gifted. DMO.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Boom. Boom. DMO doing it live. You're saying Darnold is trash. What's my headline say? What's my graphic say? Yes. You think did I mistype? Darnold's a pumpkin, bro. Had he not come back in that game, everyone and their mother would be saying what they said about him the whole game. That he's seeing ghosts, he's a pumpkin, he turned into trash. And they won the game. Very, very good on Darnold. Darnold can have his moments for sure. But if you think Darnold's a good we'll call him a good, mediocre quarterback. Like a mediocre quarterback that can do well sometimes and then not do well other times, but consistently will never be there.
Yeah.
Like, he's a professional quarterback. He's going to be able to have a game. You got JSN. Pretty easy to do.
You wonder.
You got a great...
With JSN, and last year he had JJ, and Addison. So it's like, really haven't seen him without weapons.
Yeah, he's mediocre at best. If you think differently, my phone line's open for you. It's here. DMO, the last person that tried to call and argue the Darnold thing, it did not go well. Spillover League is mine. Puka to Saturn, says DMO. DMO, congratulations on that, my boy.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Can't tell if I like this angle. Is this angle not too bad? The corner angle was nice. Is this a better angle than the corner angle? The corner angle was just slightly over. I don't know. It almost makes it look smaller in here, but I don't know. Not sure. I have to do this because of the punching bag that's in the way. And so when I show this board, I can only hang the punching bag in certain places. And so when I zoom in here, I got full access to the punching bag of the boards. So we're good. So I had to move this camera. You can see the camera right there. So I had to move this camera over.
Let him cook.
I don't know. More pumpkin this time of year, says Shane. It's wild to me that people even think that Darnold's a great quarterback. Like, people actually will call in and act like Darnold's a great quarterback. They're like, bro, you kidding me? Have you seen his expected regurgitation of possible yardage against defenses that have regurgitation, acid reflux, fantasy football productive scoring? Have you seen it? Have you seen what the data is trying to make sense of? Like, how about I watch him play ball?
Guy.
How about that?
Seahawks guy hasn't been
How about that?
He hasn't shown his face for a while.
Is he still going in the chat? I didn't even look.
I haven't seen him for a while. I don't know. The Seahawks guy.
Well, no, someone was saying, "Are you calling Darnold trash?" And I'm just wondering if he's saying anything. We got G Money coming in with the 20. I went Goddard over Parkinson. That's what I told you to do. That's what I told you to do.
Cook.
Awesome job, G Money. I forgot what I answered on G Money's question because he pulled that in right at the end of the the live stream right before kickoff, and we did a vote on it. I said I would go Goddard. I think the chat voted Parkinson, by the way, and I told him to go Goddard. That I feel good about that one now. Thank you. I did say Parkinson in a lot of questions though because it was a very logical start. G Money, congrats, my boy. Now Goddard could go out and have 1 point. I mean, maybe Parkinson outscores him, but I think you're feeling good that you didn't go that route. The spillover league is mine, says DMO. DMO, thank you very much. What else we got here? I think we're done with the super chats. Travis, final thoughts.
I think that's it. I don't have anything. Appreciate it, Smitty.
All right, later. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think people are gonna think because this game ended the way it did, which was a very good game. And hats off to Darnold in the moment for making that throw, for JSN not messing up. I mean, Darnold was definitely messing up the whole entire game. It was trash getting JSN the football early in this game. Darnold ended up with 2 INTs, 270, 2 touchdowns. Kind of salvaged, there at the end for sure. But it was a lot of players like Walker making Darnold's stats look better than they were. JSN, Cup, these guys, I will give you that final drive. Darnold did good, but that's what Darnold can do. He can put together a drive. He can put together a real good drive. Do y'all think Pickens will have a good game? I do, Christian. I do. I very, very much do.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Now, I got a spring on this punching bag. Where is it at? There. Sorry, my mic was muted. And the spring makes this sound. It absorbs the force so that it's not so tough on the studs. And so it's naturally what you want to do. It keeps the hardware and everything, the bag, everything in good shape. But it gives a squeak now. So I hit it and it's like so I might have to try another spring, but I have a feeling that's the way it's going to be with this thing. But I love this bag in here. You're the man, Smitty. Thank you, G Money. I'm so glad you went Goddard, bro. Nice job. I didn't know if you heard my response because I said Goddard and then we didn't see you and then the game started. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if you got that in too late or if you didn't hear me. Sure hope so. I love Pickens and he is on my teams and that are eliminated, but I still hope he does well. I hope he does well too, Aaron. I got him in some best ball semifinals and I need him to step up. Pickens with 80 or over. I think he's going to have 80 or over, yeah. I'm praying Lamb. He has an illness. He needs some soup and a hug from his mom. Says Shelly. Yeah, hopefully Lamb Chops is good to go. Usually the illnesses are not something that really does anything. You got to be at the peak of the illness to miss the game. But it could hamper him a little bit. One last super chat. And then, yes, Travis, we're going to go over to the Dynasty channel. You guys want to do a Dynasty show? What topic do you want for Dynasty? I would say Puka, but I don't want to go there now. Let's let Puka have his glory, because it wouldn't be a bad show because it'd be controversial, because there would be some negativity on Puka Nacua's long-term value because he's so injury prone, but like, what do you not ride that train out and just say, I don't care? You know what I mean? Like, he can miss 4 games a year and he still blows up, but at what point does he have a catastrophic injury? It wouldn't be a bad topic, but I don't know. Anybody have a suggestion for a Dynasty show? Drop it. Harvey to Mars. Hope I get him. Joshua. Oh, this is the caller. Yeah, bro. I mean, you should have already added him. Like, why didn't you put in a claim for him last night or the night before? Now you got to wait through the waiver process. The one thing I'd say is the one thing going in your favor, though, Josh, is that if you did not put a claim in and waivers processed and no one took him, that if you get him on waivers now, your league has no excuse to go against you, like you were saying on the phone call the other night. And for anybody who doesn't remember, he didn't want to pick up Harvey because he felt morally wrong. Harvey got dropped by somebody in frustration, and he thought it was wrong to pick him up. And I'm like, so you're going to let somebody else pick him up? But he thinks the league will be out to get him, and they'll overturn it. And so my answer to you is, if he did pass through waivers already, they have no excuse, because everybody could have had him. So there's no way they can overturn that. That's absolute corruption. But yeah, go grab him. Not available till tomorrow. That was always the case. Okay. Well, that makes sense. But yes, you better pick up Harvey. Harvey is a great play. All right. What are we doing for the Dynasty show? Quinn Ewers, no. Tua Dynasty, no. JSN, not a bad topic. London, interesting. I almost want him to be back, though, before we dig into something like that. K9 Charbonnet, that's not a bad one. Does K9 play somewhere else? How good is he? Where should he go? I mean, we did talk about that kind of the other night, though, but it's not specific to K9. Right here, we've got the running back landing spots. Top 3 are boxed off because they feel like the best locations for RBs. KC, Dallas, New Orleans. Maybe we do talk about Kenneth Walker Sharps. It's not a bad topic. The question is, are people? Yeah, I guess it'd be something that people are seeking out right now. Because I do want to make sure I put something. Puka, I want to wait too, because Puka is about to pop off. I'd hate to do a video on that and then Puka has his game and he does good or bad, and then it's like, dependent on that. Tyler Algier, no, John. John, come on, bro. Are you trolling? Run shares, RBs, Bucky. Bucky's not bad too, but I want to be careful not to create a piece of content that can't survive the next few weeks without altering value. You know what I mean? Like, he had a bad game and he's about to play well. So if I create a video on how great Bucky is, if Bucky has 110 and 2 touchdowns, everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, very obvious video. If he does bad, then there's a lot of stuff. DJ, Travis, any of you want to call into the Dynasty show, dial in. I think I will make this about free agent running backs in general. I know we kind of already did that, but I think if we do free agent running back video, I don't think we titled it free agent running back video, did we? Let me just take a gander at the Dynasty channel and see what the title of the videos are. So we had, under the RBs, we had best rookie landing spot. We had Jahmyr Gibbs #1, Kyron and Dynasty, but we haven't done a Dynasty free agent running back video. So that's what we should do. Travis, good topic, but let's tweak it. And we'll obviously talk about Walker as one of the primary players, and then the landing spots. So we did the rookie running back landing spots. That's going to kind of cross over a little bit with these landing spots we talked about, but for free agent specific, conversation. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Rico Dowdle. So it'll be a great conversation to have. I will see you all on the Dynasty channel. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you very much. Thank you to all my super chatters. Thank you to, who was it that dropped the 99? Oh, we had BBQ dropped a $100 hauler. We had didn't we have a $50 hauler? Or did we have $20 haulers? We had 540, appreciate you. 47, appreciate you. And then also we had Jaguar. Jaguar, did I get to your question? Facing a monster team this week, probably not making it out this week. Yeah, I did. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I said we go JJ because you need a big swing. JSC, appreciate yours. Shelly, appreciate your $20 hauler. Darnold, get down. Schwarzenegger, thank you for your $20 hauler. We got G Money with this $20 hauler. Appreciate all of you, the gifted memberships, everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'll see you guys on the Dynasty channel in T-minus maybe 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Appreciate you all. Jaguar, thank you, pal. Thank you to my Rumblers. Rumblers, I'll be over on the Dynasty channel. We won't be doing the... you know what? Let's throw the Dynasty channel on Rumble as well. Golf in the building. The fight is sanctioned professional fight. There's no chance it's fixed, especially if Joshua's next fight scheduled versus Fury. Says Golf. I don't know if I'm that confident in that, but I do think it's a pretty fun fight. Thank you, JT. JT, appreciate you. JT says Dak, top 5 Dynasty QB. That's a good conversation. JT, maybe we'll make in tribute to you the next Dynasty show about the top 5 Dynasty QBs. You know, JT, appreciate you. Hebrew Hammer in the building. Thank you all. I'll see all you Rumble people. I'll come back. We'll do the video on Rumble and on the Dynasty channel. So my Rumblers, how many do I have in here? 12 currently still. Guys, show back up for the Dynasty stream on Rumble and on the Dynasty channel on the Fantasy Football show, or youtube.com/Dynasty Fantasy Football. I'll be on both at the same time. So Rumblers, be right back, okay? See you all later. Appreciate you very much. DMO says Bo Nix is a top 5 Dynasty QB. He wants that in that conversation. All right, see you all on the Dynasty channel. For those that need the link right now, it's on my main YouTube page. If you scroll to the very bottom of my main The Fantasy Football Show YouTube page, you'll see the Dynasty link right there. But let me drop that link for you right now in the live chat. I'll pin the link on the way out of the door here. Appreciate every single one of you. There is the link to the Dynasty channel. Appreciate you all. See you on the Dynasty show.